Hello, it's Mr. Kane here, and we're going to look at equations, chemical equations and formula, or the equation part of it, which is really just scientists being efficient and sort of saving themselves some time. So we do some sort of chemical reaction, and we start with the reactants, the things that begin the whole process, and that makes the products. So that's the key thing. We start with the reactants, and that yields the products. And we'll work our way through this slide. We'll see it again, and we'll explain what the different bits and pieces are actually going, what meaning of what's happening where. So you've got something happening in your science lab. I try not to have this sort of thing happening. I try not to repeat it. It's sort of, kids like it, but no, not really. So we've got reactants going together, creating products. So it could be two reactants, could be more, and it could be one product, could be several products. But that's a chemical reaction going on, and we're heading into sort of beginning the foundation of our equation for explaining what's happening. So we can start with words. We can describe the what is reacting with what and making what. We could just put it in words. So for example, sodium is reacting with chlorine and making sodium chloride. So sodium reacting with chlorine gas, sodium the metal, chlorine gas, making sodium chloride. And it bright lights, heat, turns two toxic things into something that we put on our food. And it's easier if we summarize the wording equation, that first bullet point, sodium reacts with chlorine and makes sodium chloride. If we summarize using a plus and an arrow, we just save ourselves writing some words. Sodium plus chlorine becomes sodium chloride, and that's what we call a word equation. We're just saving a few words with the plus and the arrow. We're starting with the reactants and ending with the product or products. So there's our equation, our sort of summary again, but now we've taken the reactants and we've put in a plus here and an arrow here, and if we've got more than one product we'll put a plus here as well. So glucose plus oxygen becomes carbon dioxide and water, and that's our word equation. But in your science book somewhere you will find the periodic table of the elements, and that gives us these symbols: K for potassium, CO for cobalt, PT for platinum, and so on. So there's a few in there, and we can save ourselves even more writing by, instead of putting in the whole word, we just put in the symbol. So symbol equations. So we're being even more efficient. We use the symbols from the periodic table, and if we use that same examples from before, we'll take sodium plus chlorine. Okay, so we've got on our little table here, where are we? We've got sodium, and over here we've got chlorine. We'll put those two together and become sodium chloride. So we've saved ourselves even more writing by using the symbols and the plus and the arrow. So we've got ourselves now what's called a symbol equation. So going back to this thing here, we've gone from words to a symbol equation. So now we have this is the glucose, this is the oxygen, here becomes our carbon dioxide, and this here is the water. So that's a symbol equation. Now it has these other things called superscripts and coefficients and formula, but I'm going to explain about those in a different video. So that was the guide, quick introduction to equations, word equations and symbol equations. I hope that was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you producing some of your own. Thanks for watching.